What's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Scream Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from September 10th, 2021. This was another fallout for All Out for the show, where it pertains to AEW Rampage. Your commentators, if I recall, I believe there was no Excalibur on this one as well. But you have Taz, Chris Jericho. After the whole thing with Jericho saying that he will be on commentary full time, and asking himself, "Oh well, he's won the match against MJF." But I'm like, what was the point of saying that if he was going to be on commentary on Rampage anyways? Ridiculous. But I digress. Yeah, also, I can't remember who else was on commentary. I believe it was also Tony Schiavone. And anyways, but hey, I think Mark was on it too, which is on commentary, but I digress. But let's get to what happened on here. So we're just to, the one thing that didn't happen on All Out was a match between Pac, the Bastard, versus Andrade El Idolo. A match that was taken up on the pay-per-view because of travel issues for Andrade. I mean for Pac, I meant to say. So this was the opening match here. No entrance from either guys. They just wanted to get this out of the way, and we get to this match between Andrade El Idolo versus Pac. You have Andrade El Idolo being carried by Jose, the assistant, and Chavo Guerrero Jr., who is the consultant, wherever that his role was supposed to be. So the match happens, and it's a pretty good damn match. And a lot of cool spots happen in the match until we get to the finish. And the finish, it was head scratching to me, especially what happened after the match. So as great as this match was, it was a terrible finish. What they did, Jose got on the apron to distract the referee. With all things to distract a referee, he had a taser, like an actual taser, and like, huh? So then, Lucha Bros came out and they gave us the super kick to the face. While the referee had been distracted, Chavo Guerrero Jr. gets in the ring with a tablet and hits Pac with it as he was covering Andrade El Idolo, who was already knocked out. So this led to Andrade El Idolo, don't know what happened, goes for the cover and gets the win on Pac. And I'm like, that finish was terrible. And there was a reason why they did the finish here too, how they did this. So after the match, yeah, Jose going to Andrade, and then Chavo Guerrero was also going to Andrade as well. But most likely, Jose, the assistant, told Andrade what happened, how he won the match. Except he failed to tell him about what Jose himself did too to distract the referee, basically, which that will come to another review. Want to do the Diamond review. So as all this was being explained, Andrade is trying to act all cool and everything, and then he sucker punches Chavo Guerrero Jr. and like, wait a minute, huh? He fired him because he didn't ask Chavo Guerrero Jr. for help. He could have won this. He wanted to do it on his own. He basically, dad asked you to help me and everything, and then he left. And he took his assistant along with him. And I said to myself, but the assistant. But again, we'll get to that when we do the Dynamite review. So Chavo Guerrero Jr. was fed to the wolves of the Death Triangle. Pac got him in the brutalizer, and referees tried to break it up and everything, but no avail until finally the Bastard finally let go, and that was it. And like, and the way I feel bad for Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, because the idea behind this was because we're gonna bring in Ric Flair to manage Andrade El Idolo, to be his new manager, to be his consultant, whatever. But due to the events of the Dark Side of the Ring with playing right from hell and the whole thing with Chris Canyon, yeah, AEW is not gonna have anything to do with Ric Flair. WWE doesn't want to have anything to do with Ric Flair anymore. After things I noticed as of late, Ric Flair lost his car shield ad campaign, whatever that is. Ric Flair is now in this whole thing where he's in a lot of trouble because mainly because of the plane from hell, but then he got into more trouble because of things he said about Chris Canyon, which I didn't know anything about until I watched the Dark Side Ring side of Chris Canyon of his double life, but nothing like that compares to what was said about Ric Flair on the plane from hell, or what he did with the with the flight attendant at the time in 2002. So in a way, they fucked over the whole thing with Chavo Guerrero Jr. Being fired by Andrade because he helped them. But they're gonna try to bring Ric Flair, and ever since the whole thing with Ric Flair, with him being tainted in a dark light because of the events of Dark Side of the Ring, it's unbelievable. Hopefully they'll try to find ways to weasel the ways back to get Chavo Guerrero back, to good graces with Andrade Idolo, because I thought that was a good pairing. The fact that I thought that was a good pairing what they did here with Chavo Guerrero Jr. with Andrade Idolo more than with Vicky Guerrero, because Vicky Guerrero should not be having to do with Andrade Idolo. And yes, Ric Flair returns to Triple A, from Triple Mania. That was something. Except one thing, Andrade Idolo, he didn't win against Kenny Omega to become the Triple A Mega Champion. So that was a lost cause there. So I believe Chavo Guerrero Jr. is more beneficial to be alongside with Andrade Idolo. Hopefully they'll find a way back to that. But if not Chavo Guerrero Jr., maybe Selena De La Rente, that people are basically are recommending for AEW to do so, because apparently she's not doing anything with a chance to her getting her foot in the door with WWE, especially with her having Patreon, and I don't know if she has an OnlyFans like Kiera Hogan does. I don't know what other platform she does too, with a chance to do her own thing, because I guarantee you, if she went to WWE, those things would be taken away from her. Because the whole third party affiliates that Vince McMahon is capitalizing on, to get some money for those people for his company. So, that being said, how they're gonna do this, we'll see. I don't know how it's really it's gonna lead to, but we'll see on what it does. But at the end of the day, they are going to do a match though with Andrade El Idolo versus Pac. I don't know when it's going to happen. Hopefully we'll get the eventually to know when it's going to happen, and then we can see what's going to happen from there, where it pertains to who's going to be Pac's new consultant. So we'll see. We shall see. But the match itself was great though. Until that finish was a complete mess. Sting and Darby Allin, they came out to cut a promo where they basically get interrupted by Tully Blanchard. Tully Blanchard basically was basically distracted more of Sting than he was with Darby Allin, for Shawn Spears to attack Darby Allin, and Tully Blanchard was kept talking and all that, it's like everything was according to plan and all that, and everyone like, wow. So yeah, basically, it was basically in a way to make them look bad, to dupe them, and whatever have you. So basically, it was all to get a one up on them, where it pertains to Shawn Spears versus Darby Allin in them on, I think it's on Dynamite if I recall, but I've never seen the match though, but we'll see if that was the one. So, but yeah, that's basically what it was. So no much to write at home from there. All right, then we get to Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander, and Riho in the women's 6 tag match against the AEW Women's World Champion Dr. Britt Baker teamed up with Jamie Hayter and Rebel. And the match I thought was pretty fun, pretty good. All six women, let's just say, looked decent in the match, or at least good. Not much for Rebel though, but Rebel, she was decent though, or at least solid. In the end, it was the Ruby Soho, Chris Andrade, and Riho win the match. So then we get to Brian Pillman Jr. versus Platinum Maskcaster. And the match was pretty decent, and it was the main event, by the way. Basically before the main event too, by the way, it was the whole thing what Mark Cameron does with the split screens where Brian Pillman Jr. cuts a promo on Maskcaster, and then Maskcaster cuts a promo on him. I guess it's still continuing the whole feud between the Varsity Blondes versus the Acclaim, which is that was supposed to be it was supposed to be done, but due to the whole thing with Maskcaster, that got controversial of his rap, it prevented that to a point where he got suspended. But he's back now, and hopefully they'll go back on that once it chance to AEW's dark shows. So there you go. But the match between those two was decent, with Brian Pillman Jr. winning because they put him up with a chance against MJF. So there you go. And that was it. The show. After the match though, Brian Pillman Jr. got attacked by the Acclaim, and then all of a sudden, Jon Moxley comes out for the save. Cincinnati's own, because they're in but that's nothing. They're in Cincinnati, Ohio, by the way. I forgot to mention that part. So the same venue from Dynamite from that week. And there you go. Jon Moxley goes with of Brian Pillman Jr., especially with Jon Moxley, who's a big star, putting over a new up and coming star in Brian Pillman Jr., which he should be elevated to that position. So that was good. With him working with MJF and Jon Moxley, coming to his aid, so there you go. And that was it. Total Wrestling obviously was 3 matches, and my overall rating for the show, I'll go with a 7.5 out of 10. Good show. Either way, I thought it was a good show. AEW is doing a great job with these shows. As a matter of fact, yeah, I will give it a 7.5 out of 10 because of that the match with Pac and Andrade El Idolo. Now, if it was a main event though, I probably would give it an 8 out of 10. But no, it's just 7.5 out of 10. So, not really much to write on this edition of AEW, for Rampage. But that being said, I'm done. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna if you're by just saying this natural scream driller, saying peace on the streets. Y'all take care.